everybody, this is Chef Sara in the kitchen at the homestead at Catskill Animal Sanctuary, and today I'm making pie crust and I'm going to show you all of my tips and tricks. So I have a bowl here. I'm going to add in 1.5 cups of flour, which I have in this giant bowl. I like to scoop my flour and then level the top. That way you don't get too much flour, which will make your pie crust too dense. You don't want that. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of sugar. Just got your basic organic cane sugar here. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Because I'm using Earth Balance vegan butter as my fat in this crust, and it's a little bit salty on its own, so I'm not going to use too much salt. But these are my dry ingredients, so now I'm going to just whisk them up. And now to that, I'm going to add 1 stick of the Earth Balance. And one trick I have to share, it's one of my favorites. If you were to just drop this whole stick of vegan butter in here and then put it in your food processor, it would take so much extra time for your food processor to break it down, so we're gonna cut it first. So we're gonna start by cutting this cold vegan butter into little cubes. So really, we're halfway there on getting our butter to the tiny little particles we're looking for. Then, into the food processor it goes. So what I'm looking for is I want to see little pieces of the Earth Balance. So you can see there's those little pieces, that's what we're looking for. Any smaller than that, it won't be a super tender crust. I'm going to transfer everything back to the bowl. I'd say as a general guideline, you want to make sure your largest pieces are no bigger than peas. So this is just sort of like one of our larger ones. Here's a larger one. That's okay. They're going to melt in the oven once you get your pie crust rolled. It's going to taste so good and be wonderfully flaky and tender. I'm going to add in some water. This is very, very cold water. And I need 1/4 cup plus about 2 tablespoons, which is half of 1/4 cup. And I just added that to a little bit of apple cider vinegar in the bowl. Now I'm going to add that to my ingredients. Grab a little spatula and give it a stir. And then use my hands to gently toss it together until it starts to hold together. You can press that together right in the bowl. Saves on counter cleanup. Okay, maybe one more quick little knead so it all holds together. Dough like so. I'm going to transfer it over to my prepared plastic wrap. Press it into a little disc. This gets you halfway on your way to rolling it. And this will go in the fridge to chill for at least an hour so it can, the gluten can relax, and then you can roll it and put it in your favorite pie pan. Now we're going to take the crust that we made and unwrap it. This one's been in the fridge for about an hour. As you can see, nice and firm. You want your pie crust to be cold. If it's too warm, it's going to be really hard to get into your pie plate. So chilling is a must. And here I have a silicone pastry mat. You don't have to use one of these. I've had mine for about 20 years and I love it so much. If you don't have one, you can just use like a double layer of parchment paper so it's wide enough. But whatever you're using, you want to flour it liberally. You do not want your crust to stick to your parchment or your baking mat. Now I'm going to take my beautiful pie dough, and as you can see, you can still see those little bits of the Earth Balance here and here. That means you're going to get a beautiful, flaky finished product. I'm going to put a little bit more flour on top and just kind of dust it around and gently start working my way out in all directions. And this first round of rolling helps, when you're very gentle like this, helps to keep the outside from having really deep cracks. So I'm trying to be as gentle as I can. And as it starts to grow bigger, I can use a little more force. Awesome. So let me just show you. I'll lift up an edge. That's about how thick you want your crust to be, roughly so. You're gonna take your pie dish and put it open side down, and then I'm gonna go underneath. This is the messy part, but it's worth it. I'm gonna flip the whole thing. So that way your pie crust makes it safely to your pie dish. I'm gonna trim off the edges, which you can totally save. My favorite thing to do is to brush them with a little bit of melted coconut oil and sprinkle cinnamon sugar on top and then bake them in the oven. They're so good. So I'll go all around. And now we're gonna fold the edges under. Yeah, I'm just gonna pinch with both fingers and then twist my right hand, go in that little indentation, twist my right hand again, and just go around. It's a pretty like wave pattern. Beautiful. So this is your vegan pie crust all rolled out and crimped. This is going to be a pumpkin pie for tomorrow's pie class. So I can't wait to see how this turns out. I hope that by watching this video, you're not so afraid to dig into vegan pastry. I know you can do it. And just get in your kitchen this fall, make some great pies, and share with your loved ones. Have a great day.